Okay, in this quick video, I'm going to show you how to get your stem length adjusted properly and the cuff position set up properly for your metal detecting. First thing I like everyone to do though is while the coil is real close to you here, make sure your stem bolt is really good and tight so this coil is not flopping around excessively. Get her good and snug. Then what we're going to do is loosen this lower clamp and pull that rod out until you hear it snap into place. And it's got a little locking pin on there. Then go ahead and tighten that and go over the upper rod and get it length set for whatever is comfortable for you. So I'm going to literally hold it with my foot a little bit, get it adjusted where that's about right, lock her down. Okay, now when you're getting your final setup for your height on this thing, make sure when you're adjusting it that you're not too short to where you're bent over and hunched all the time. You want to be walking comfortably and straight up. So get that thing out there, good nice height, and lock her into position. There's times when you might want to use the Axiom at less than its full length, and this is going to commonly be when you're working on a real steep hillside and the hill's so close to you that you want to shorten it up, or perhaps inside of a mine shaft or cavern where you want to search the walls or ceiling overhead. Now the way to do this is go ahead and loosen the upper clamp and shorten it all the way down. And then on your lower clamp, don't forget there's a little lock pin down here that you want to loosen the clamp and release that pin so you can slide that lower in. And what you want to do is keep at least 10 inches or more length in the lower here because you do not want to get this coil so close that you're actually picking up the metal detector itself. So it's real important to keep at least about 10 inches, but obviously a little more is fine, but no more than about 10 inches distance in here. And at that point, you'll be able to work a hillside directly in front of you, reach overhead, and have no operating problems with the detector. Okay, now part of operating in a short setup like this is it's really critical that the coil not move. Again, you don't want to actually pick up the rest of the metal detector body close by. So just get that coil bolt good set tight so you're sure it's in a firm position, and that way you won't get any false signaling off a coil movement. Okay, the Axiom has an adjustable arm cuff, and you're probably only going to have to do this once ever with your metal detector, so we want to go over it. I've taken the arm strap off here just to make things easier to access the 4 bolts that are down here. And what we're going to do is pull out the little Allen wrench that's underneath the arm cuff, and that's going to be used to remove these 4 bolts and reposition the cuff. Okay, when you reposition the armrest, make sure you're using at least 2 of the bolt holes, front or rear. That way you've got enough security to not actually break anything. So slide it forward and backwards, get it positioned properly, and use either the 2 holes here or the 2 holes to the rear to make it secure and comfortable for you. Okay, depending on where you've got it set, you're going to go ahead and use at least 2 of these holes, maybe 3, but at a minimum you want to use 2 of the bolts to hold the thing in place. And then make sure to keep your other 2 from being lost, you go ahead and insert them in the other open holes. That way you'll have them in the future. Now keep in mind that this is an adjustment that you're probably only going to have to make once on your Axiom, and then you'll be done. Okay, and go ahead, of course, using your Allen wrench, get all the 4 bolts securely fastened down, even the 2 that you're going to save for future use. And then make sure you don't lose this thing. Now you can reinsert it back under the armrest where it was kept or put it in your kit somewhere, but there is a storage spot under the armrest.